Abraham's death and the prophecy for the future generations. This is the 23rd chapter as we break down all 50 chapters of the Book of Jubilee. If you missed part 1, please click on the link in the area underneath this video. Here you will find the link to the playlist that has all the videos. Make sure to like, subscribe and follow along each day as we continue the story together. Abraham placed Jacob's 2 fingers upon his eyes and blessed the God of gods. Then he covered his face, stretched out his feet, and fell into the sleep of eternity. He was gathered to his fathers. Jacob was still lying against his grandfather's chest and did not realize that Abraham had passed. When he awoke and found him cold as ice, he called out, "Father, Father!" But there was no answer, and he knew that he was gone. He rose and ran to tell Rebekah, who went in the night to Isaac. Together they returned, Jacob holding a lamp in his hand. When they entered the room, they found Abraham lying still. Isaac fell upon his father's face, weeping, and kissed him. The sound of mourning filled the house. Ishmael arose and came to weep over his father, and the entire household joined in a great sorrow. Then Isaac and Ishmael buried their father in the double cave beside Sarah. They wept for 40 days. All the men of Abraham's house, the sons of Isaac, the sons of Ishmael, and the sons of Keturah from their distant dwellings, came to mourn. When the days of weeping were over, peace settled upon the house. Abraham lived 3 jubilees and 4 weeks of years, 175 in all. He completed his days in full measure, old and content. The generations before him lived 19 jubilees. But after the flood, lifespans began to shorten. People aged quickly and were filled with sorrow, worn down by tribulation and the corruption of their ways. Abraham was the exception. He remained righteous in all his deeds, walking faithfully with the Lord all his life. Even so, he did not reach 4 full jubilees. The wickedness of the world weighed heavy on him, and he grew old before his time. All generations after him, from that day until the time of the great judgment, will age rapidly. Their knowledge will fade, their wisdom will slip away before they complete even 2 jubilees. In those days, if a man lives a jubilee and a half, they will say he has lived long, but most of his days will be sorrow, pain, and hardship, with no peace. Disaster will follow disaster, wounds will pile on wounds, sickness after sickness, judgment after judgment, calamities of every kind, frost, fire, famine, fever, captivity, death, each pain arriving before the last one ends. This will come upon an evil generation, one that rebels across the earth. Their works will be stained with fornication, impurity, and abomination. Then they will say, "The days of the forefathers were long and good, even unto 1,000 years. But now if a man lives 70 years, or 80 if he is strong, those years are filled with trouble and no peace. In that time sons will rise up and expose the sins of their fathers and elders. They will testify against the wickedness of their speech, their lawlessness, and the way they abandoned the covenant of the Lord. They will recall how they turned from his commandments, refused his ordinances, and walked away from his laws. For all have done evil. Every mouth speaks corruption. All their deeds are defiled. Their ways are polluted and filled with destruction. Because of them, the earth itself will be ruined. There will be no grapes for the vine, no oil from the press. The animals, birds, and sea creatures will perish along with mankind. Their works are without faith, and all will fall together. Strife will spread across every line. The young will rise against the old, the poor against the rich, the lowly against the great, the beggar against the prince. They will fight over the law and the covenant, though they have forgotten every word of it. The feasts, the Sabbaths, the months, the Jubilees, and the judgments will all be forgotten. Some will rise with swords and seek to turn the people back to the truth, but they will not return. Not until much blood has been spilled across the land. Even those who escape destruction will not return to righteousness. They will pursue deceit and greed. Each will steal from his neighbour. They will speak the great name, but not in truth. They will defile the holy place with their uncleanness and the corruption of their ways. Then judgment will fall from the Lord. He will give them over to war, to captivity, to being plundered and consumed. He will stir up the sinners from the nations, a people without mercy or compassion. They will show no regard for age or status. Their cruelty will exceed all others. They will pour violence upon Israel and rebellion upon Jacob. Blood will soak the earth. No one will remain to bury the dead. In those days the people will cry out, calling and praying to be delivered from the hands of the nations, but none will be saved. The heads of children will turn white with sorrow. A child only 3 weeks old will appear as aged as a man of 100. Their bodies will shrink under tribulation and grief. But in the midst of that darkness, something new will begin. The children will turn back. They will begin to study the law, to seek the commandments, and to return to the path of righteousness. And the days of their lives will begin to increase. Their years will draw near to 1,000 again, surpassing the length of generations before them. There will be no one who grows old without fulfillment. All will live as children and as youth. Their days will be filled with peace and with joy. Satan will be no more. The destroyer will be gone. Every day will be filled with blessing and with healing. Then the Lord will restore his servants. They will rise and see great peace. They will drive out their enemies. The righteous will witness it and give thanks. Their joy will last forever. They will see justice fall upon their enemies. Every curse will return upon those who deserved it. Their bones will rest in the earth. Their spirits will rejoice. And they will know that it is the Lord who brings justice and shows mercy to the thousands who love him. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write these words, for they are already written and recorded on the heavenly tablets. They are a testimony for all generations to come." This concludes chapter 23 of the Book of Jubilees. Remember to subscribe and join me tomorrow for the next chapters as we keep walking through all 50 chapters of the Book of Jubilees.